Well, we're back out again. I'm not doing the usual running. I don't want to make it too obvious where this place is. It's got room for one van and no tent. It's occasionally used. I've started late today because I had a very busy day. Had to take one of my mates to the Steiner out at Cairn Ryan and did a wee bit of shopping, and it's on rare. I even got a haircut. By the time we got everything sorted, it's the back of 5. So I'll wait till the back of 6 and I'll put my bivvy up, and we're going to put the hot plate on the barbecue, and we are going to have something different. Well, I hate chops, but you know, it's done on a barbecue. It's done on a hot plate. Anyway, this journey, it's just a wee overnighter. I'm not far from home. As I say, I didn't get out until late. I was minded to go somewhere else, but I'll tell you about that later. I think the best thing is I'll just get Morag giving a quick walk up and down the road. We're next to a road. The van's there. When I say we're next to a road, it's a farm track. And behind us is the sea. Got a beach down there. Well, a foreshore. It's a nice spot. Right, I'll see you once I get the cooking started. Woman Morag. She'll be after some as usual. See you later. That Morag's on the loose. I don't know if you can see them, but there's 2 swans over there. I passed earlier and they were still there. That must be their favourite spot. Yeah, and there's the sea over there. It's quite far out. What's this? That's hawthorn, or blackthorn as some people call it. Berries are quite a lot of berries. A lot of hawthorn here. I didn't know that. Right, Morag, come on. Are they hawthorn? There's no rounds, are there? Oh! Oh, it's hawthorn. Come on. I'm just looking at the hedgerow along here. There's loads of brambles, or what would have been brambles. So the bramble season's finished. Yeah, when we used to go for a walk at, well, a month before now, you'd wander along and you'd be helping yourself to the brambles and rasps as you went along the road. The reason they've not been eaten is they're poisonous to the birds. You know, red, that usually means poison in, out in the country. This was the sort of thing we used to do on a Sunday. You know, we'd walk for miles. Wander all the lanes in the district. How times have changed. You couldn't see folk doing that now. You know, you'd set off for your house or your cottage out in the country, and by the time you had went a mile, there was more folk with you, and there'd be a big group of you just wandering about, stretching the legs before going back for the Sunday dinner. It's a different life now, much different. I don't know if it's better or no. Some would say it's not. Anyway, Morag's enjoying this wee wander. It's dinner time. start off with a wee cup of tea just to keep me going. Right, big difference. We've had a good summer with a barbecue, and this Cadac, it's got more legs to it. Right, let's get ready the barbecue grill. Now, we've got the bit in there if we just want to put a pot on. Get back on. Yeah. But I've invested. We've got a grill. It's not a grill, it's a hot plate. And that just fits on nicely. I wonder if it would fit on even nicer if I took this off. Let's get a try. Nah. It really needs right there. Yeah. Okay, and what are we going to have? Well, to try it out, we've got British lamb. You know I like lamb. So I'll just open it up. It looks like it's a couple of chops. We should be able to get something with that. Now, first of all, we better switch it on, eh? We'll take a short commercial break. There's people coming by. Yeah, there's folk coming off the beach. Right. Let's get it heated up. That's it starting to heat up. Come on, we need to get some heat in it, don't we? I've got it on full pelt. Yeah, that's a wee bit. Put a bit of oil on. Let that heat up. See, this is all different. I've never used a grill plate before. This is a totally new thing for me. I'll spread the oil about. I'll probably make a mess of it. I've got some new cleaning kit for this. Okay. Right. No, it's not sizzling yet. When I put it on, I want it to sizzle. That's just starting to sizzle now. Oh, yeah, we'll work away with that. Yeah, I've never used a hot plate. I've used a frying pan obviously, and a wok. But let's give this a try. And look, if it doesn't work out, you know damn fine I've got bacon grill in the car. Either in the van, either that or I'll go under the bed and I'll get a ration pack out. That is just going too far. I think these chops are a bit thick. I got them at Morrison's this morning. And I got a new spatula. I'm taking this seriously. Right, what else is happening? Right, we're just giving this place a try because, as I say, I've had a bad day and I'm late to start. It's a cheeky wee camp, it's at the side of the road. It's a spot issues to a couple of motorhomes. often wonder why they use it. I'll tell you in the moment why they use it, because I'll tell you it's very peaceful. But other things that I've been doing. Oh aye, that's working. Oh, get in there. With the work I'm doing, something I've been doing, I've been looking at the map, and I think I found a couple of places in the Galloway Forest that I can get into with a Macmobile. So what I'm intending doing is at the weekend, probably on Sunday, when there's not so many people about, I'm going to do a wee bit, burn a bit petrol and do a bit of reconnaissance and try to find these spots, because the two that I looked at, there's a couple of bits like this, but there was two I looked at that at least one of them is going to be easy to get into, and it's a loch side, and it's no one that anybody else uses, and that's what I want. Somewhere that nobody else goes. Okay, I do know one or two places that some of my friends go because they've given me the coordinates, but that means going away up to Ayr. That's a wee bit far away from me. Anyway, I'll bring you back once this works out. It seems to be doing quite well now. I'm enjoying it. Wow! I think that's about ready. So, let's just pull it up. Look at that. Oh, oh. Yeah, it dropped it. Switch it off. Safety. Oh. And that's 2 chops. Let's give them a try. That's a bit alright. I don't know if you're meant to fry chops or not, but that's worked out alright. So, this hot plate tomorrow, we'll fry a breakfast. Guess what? I've left the eggs. Well, I'm not that far away from the house. If I phone one of the mates, I might bring some eggs out to us. Because one of them was threatening to come out the night, and we'll see what happens. If not, it's just going to be bacon and black pudding in the morning. But at the moment, I'm getting ripped into these lamb chops. Excellent. I'll see you after dinner. It's what, the beginning of October, maybe it's the second week. All of a sudden, we lost the light. 7:30 it just went zonk. At the same time, I was visited by 2 collies. And their owner, of course. Lovely dogs, lovely big collies. And there's been dog walkers back and forward along this path. That's another one of these nice wee places that you can use. You can get down onto the beach, but it's a wee bit rough. You younger and fitter ones would get down onto the beach, no bother at all. I had to wait a wee while. It's about 1:30. Oh, that's better. It's about 8:30, and I don't know if that's coming out all right. Oh, hi. No, it's something wrong with you know, electronics. Yeah, how's that? I bet that's better. It's about 8:30 at night, and it's pitch black. Can't see a bloody thing. I've walked Morag. And we'll wait till I finish this pipe, and then we'll go and get into the van, get the computer on, watch something. Oh, I forgot to put the radio on. Aye, I'll put the radio and put it on. Give that a wee try. It's Thursday night, so there's usually a folk programme on, but it's usually modern stuff, you know, a load of rubbish. That's my opinion of it anyway. Modern folk is rubbish. Game of the 60s and 70s when folk singing was folk singing. You went to the folk club or the folk pubs and everybody sang. Now it's shut up and listen. Bugger that. We used to go for a sing-song. Great days, eh? Oh, I just saw the moon there. It looked a wee bit green. That's when I use my left eye, it looks green. When I use my right eye, my master eye, different colour entirely. I've always had that problem. Oh, it's a lovely moon. I wish that camera could record it. I'll have to find out how to get maybe if I got an SLR or something, you know, spent money and got a really fancy camera, I'd love to be able to shoot nighttime stuff. You can't win them all. Anyway, I'm going to finish this. I'll put the radio on, but I'm going to continue with the Bivvy. I'm going to go on to the what have I got? Chivas Regal, Lucozade, and a wee drop of water. I'm going to go on to that. So by the time I'm waking up during the night and talk to you, I should be pretty well on. Hey, and I'll have some Jaffa cakes as well. I'll see you at Jaffa cake time. Cheers. As always, I know I'll sleep this full night. This is really, really quiet here. It's what, about the bits of backy too. I know I'll sleep the whole night. Let's see if I can get I know that looks a wee bit strange, the light is coming off it, but I've opted for using the bulbs. I've still got this strip light thing, but I'll be honest, I buggered it. I probably still could get it working, but I don't know how well. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can get it working. This is, you should never do maintenance when you've got a drink in you. Aye. Oh. No. I don't think it's going to work. No, it's full. Make sure it's on. I have knackered it. I might get another set of these strip lights. And oh there. Alright. How's that? Oh, right, move that to the side. I made a right mess out of the night, haven't I? And I'm on the last of the whiskey. I have been drinking blended whiskey recently. Giving it a try. I've decided you can't beat a malt. So I'm going to have to invest and get, well, I'll get some of the cheaper malts. Because there's no such thing as a bad malt. As one of my friends said, there's no such thing as a bad whiskey. There's only some that are better than others. Oh, that Chivas Regal's been alright. I even bought a bottle of Bell's, yeah, and that is pretty hardcore. Anyway, once that's finished, it's back on to drinking all day. I'll give it the White Mackay's a try. You notice I know all the whiskies. I know that, and I've got quite a bit of spirit left. I could maybe make something. Aye. I thought it'd be worth doing a video on distilling. Bear in mind that it's quite illegal in the UK. As long as you don't sell it. That's where people go wrong. You're making a really quality product and it's costing you next to nothing to make it. You can buy all the stuff on eBay. You know, our favourite channel. Next to, of course, you know, YouTube. But you can buy all the stuff and yeah, you can distill. I've tried it all. Probably because my grandfather ran a still, which was illegal. Aye, I'll tell you that story again when I'm really plastered. It's a good story. Aye, old Paddy on a still making rum. Mm. But I started making home brew kits. I'd be, oh, wouldn't it be? I'd be maybe 20, if even that. And I got a home brew kit. Oh God, what a mistake I made! I had read too much, and I had altered it, and ended up making flimmin'. Well, I wouldn't say it wasn't drinkable. It was drinkable, but it was a wee bit on the strong side. And I didn't know that I had stomach problems, so yeah, I had that all my bloody life, and I didn't know. Mm. That was fun. And all my married life, my wife liked the wine. Isabel liked the wine. Well, so did we. So did I. And we used to go and get the wine kits, and oh, well, all sorts of things. And we had this house up in Juniper Green. It's in the suburbs of Edinburgh. It's one of the better council schemes. And I cut a hole in the floor, and I had a storage area under the floor for my wine. I'll tell you, I bet there's still stuff there. It'll be knackered like, it'll have oxidised, but uh, I tried everything. I even tried making a strong beer and freezing the alcohol out. That gets you to about 23% for those who have heard that system. And the alcohol didn't taste too good because it was anything but pure. And then the air still came along from, I looked, well, with the new work I was involved in, I was sort of residential at the beginning. And I had access to places that I could distill. I'd looked at making a still because my grandfather had told me about his still and I knew how to make it. But with all the internet, it was a case of throwing some money at it, which I had. And I got this thing called an air still. It's a wee, basically, it's a doctored water still. They've downgraded the element. And this thing, oh, you'll get them on the internet. It's still the dog's bollocks, as they say. And that you can, it's so easy to make. It's like all the gubbins are on the internet, and it's like brewing beer. You get that so far, and that's about 16-20%, and then you put it in a still, and it's a 4 litre still, and you can, out of that you'll get 800 millilitres, which by the time you water it down a wee bit to 40%, and all the stuff's on the internet for pennies almost. The alcohol hydrometer, and basically, you can make out of 4 litres, you'll get 1,200 millilitres. That's a litre and a fifth. Here, I can't be that drunk. I could work that out. But you're making a 5 gallon wort, and running it through the air still. And I worked it out that it's just like brewing 5 gallon of beer. You run this 5 gallon of wort, and out of that, by the time you run it through the air still, you'll get 9 bottles of booze at 40%. That is enough to keep a family's students happy if they'll chip in and do the work. Students do work. Well, maybe the science students would, but no, it's idiot proof. I managed it. Yeah, it was idiot proof. I managed to do it. But then I perfected it. I was clearing it even further to make it more pure. And then I got the bigger still. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, that was fun. The wee air still, it produces stuff at about 56, 57% proof, because it's a pot still. This is all technical stuff. But then I bought no, not a torque, something like that. It's got a stack, and I got one of them, and that produced the alcohol. Still doing your 5 gallon brew, but this produced the alcohol at 93, 94% by volume. Yeah. Hey, it was fun. It was a hobby. And there's a hobby for you young ones. Because by the time you learn how to do it properly, the stuff that's coming out the other end is very, very sociable. Okay, you can be a flaming alky if you want. But I'm going to be honest with you. The way I was doing it in the end, and I've got friends. Well, one of my journeys, 5 or 6 back, I met a guy that was doing it, and you know, it's a great hobby. Brewing and distilling is a great hobby, and it's very sociable. Yeah. Okay, probably starts off a wee bit alcoholic, but once you get through it, what you can produce, the quality's unbelievable. And I've still got my grandfather's rum recipe. I've still got old Paddy's rum recipe. And I've tidied it up a wee bit, and I'll tell you, I do make a good rum. Anyway, that's enough about that side of my life. Probably get bad for it. What about this space here? This is a spot, it's not far from where I live. You will see camper vans used occasionally. And I thought, well, why not? Okay, I'm not going to show exactly where it is, because I'll be honest, the folk in the village would crucify me if I made it too obvious where I was parked. Because a lot of people don't like folk parking on their doorstep. There's no parking on their doorstep. It's away at the end of a Fleming Peninsula. I've got this and another one that I'll do. But I've never thought using it. Yeah, one of the guys, you know who I'm talking about, who does car camping, he once done something in his driveway. I'm not as bad as that. this would be 2 miles from my house. And it's one guy, and it uses it a lot. He's got a big camper van. He's a doctor of some sort. Somebody's told me what he does. I won't hang with that. He uses a spot. I don't blame him. I see why. He's probably younger than me, and he can get down to the beach. The way down to the beach is a wee bit, it's not for me. I'd hate to be hands and knees for a wee bit. I might take Morag down there in the morning for a run onto the beach if the tide's out. Yeah, it might be. It wouldn't be right in. But this is what this trip's all about. I'm glad I did it, because I'll be honest, I've been very relaxed this trip. Very relaxed. Obviously, I've got health problems. They were quite bad a couple of years back, but I've got them pretty well in tow. I'm pretty well in pain all the time, but, what the hell. I can take it. I'm hard. My grandfather on the other side was for Leith. We're hard. But, this is a nice wee spot. I will use it again. I will. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to use it again. I'll just make sure I don't use it when the guy with the motorhome that uses it all the, regularly is here. As far as I'm concerned, it's a spot. But for those in the village who obviously know where I am, I don't want it at that other end. It's not on the estate, but if it was in the estate, I'd just flip and clear it with the owner. Know that you need to legally, but I would do it anyway, because it's nice to be nice. Remember that. It's nice to be nice. You talk to folk. Oh, these lights are nice. Anyway, all the lights I'm using, I've got loads of lights in here. I've got this one. That's my usual light. Let's see. There it is. They're wee £10 lights that you can use for lighting your camp, and they work with you've got a magic wand. And the one behind the light is the one that I got a few weeks back, which is absolutely fantastic. I can't remember the name of the company, but, great. I like lights. Anyway, do I want to be political before I jack it in for the night? No. As usual, a certain subject is taboo, because YouTube will bin you if you mention it. You know what it is. That big bugger out in America seems to be being, well, he claims he's got the Israelis and the other mob to pack it in Gaza. I don't trust any of the two of that side. If that deal goes straight, no chance. But I am only a humble citizen. How should I know? He's still working on that little creep in the flaming in Russia. Hey, it was his birthday this week, somebody said. I think it was about the 7th of October, and he's younger than me. So he's a little creep, right? I think aye. But then again, you look at that, this is a guy, when I say he's younger than me, he's only a couple of years younger than me, if what I remember. I'm 77 now. And he, you know, he just wasn't right. Okay, older people have got experience. And in diplomacy, I reckon, hey, that's a big word. Diplomacy. And in diplomacy, I think age is a great thing because you've saw a lot. But it's what you do with it. He just goes challenging people. I mean, he's putting drones into Poland. It looks like they've been in Germany. I notice he's not been annoying Finland. Sweden. I notice he's not been annoying Sweden. Because, I don't know, the Swedes have sorted them out in the past. There's been wee conflicts there. And Sweden's only recently come into NATO. But they always did quite well. They're one of the best arms manufacturers in the world. You know, World War II, they were selling to both sides. They had the Bofors gun, 40mm, 2-pounder. And now, they make the Carl Gustaf, the best anti-tank bazooka in the world. That's been going since the 60s. They just keep upgrading it. This thing is so brilliant, it's unbelievable. It's a named weapon. You have to aim it. But anybody who comes in a 600 Jersey, that thing is screwed. You hear that, Putin? You're screwed. Oops. I named them. Let's go back to that wee get in flaming Russia. Local politics. I've not heard anything from them recently. After that debacle with the buses. Now, that wasn't fair slagging them for what they did with the buses. Because they're still learning. And I reckon they've done all right. The Freezing Galloway Council, I reckon you're trying with the buses. And whoever's in there running it, and I think it's down to the guy that's running it, a lot of these local councils are. Remember, I'm local government background. Whoever's running it, they're doing all right. Hey, but the potholes, oh, for Christ's sake. After Storm Amy, the potholes are something blinking different in the roads. They've had a team going round the Mackers where I live, sorting out the day. But it was that bad when you come out the south side of Wigton. Somebody had put a large traffic cone in this pothole. And we wanted to avoid it. Thank God they put that traffic cone in there. It was a monster of a flaming pothole. And it's just as you leave Wigton and go down to the Bladnoch. You're driving down, and here's this monster traffic cone in the middle of the road. And as you drive by and have a wee look at the thing, you go, how the bloody hell? But they've filled that in. Now, this is the Thursday storm. Amy was really bad on the Saturday. And they've had to oil the region. Come on, give them their due. They've had to oil the region. and they had teams out of the day on the main routes in the west of the region. Okay, they've done well. They've done very well. I can't fault them. So that's me being nice to Fleming, Dumfries and Galloway Council. And because I've not been out in the forest recently, I've no reason to have my usual criticism at Forestry Scotland. But I will be up having a look at your operation on Sunday, because I've spotted somewhere I would like to camp. And actually, I'll be honest, it's somewhere I would like to. Nobody's used it. And if I can get to that position, I might even be able to do some, not just fly camping, I might be able to actually set something up, maybe a wee bit more permanent, which I would love to do. We'll see. Anyway, I better watch my time. I think I've harped on for too bloody long. I'll see you in the morning. Morning. What a beautiful morning. Good morning. What a beautiful morning. I can see why people use this spot, and I had discounted it before. It's beautiful. You just sit here and you're looking out over the bay. And if you've got a bivvy, there's no wind, it's great. So, what are we going to have this morning? I've got the grill on. Well, sorry, I've got the flat plate on. So, let's do some magic. Just a wee bit of oil. Clean flat plate. These dogs that came round last night, they liked it clean. Right, 2 items. A bit of bacon. I've not had bacon on a journey in long enough. We'll have that. Maybe have 2 or 3 rashes. Oh, I don't know. Is this thick bacon or? It can't be as thick as that. I bought right. It's thick cut. You hear that? It's got the sizzle. Well, 3 bits of thick cut bacon. Oh, get a wee sugar about. There we go. Now what else do we need? You've got it. Black pudding. Haha! Scottish black pudding. I believe south of the border you call this blood pudding. Oh! Yeah. 2 bits of that. Now, that'll have to do. Because I forgot to bring the eggs. But anyway, this is just a tryout. bacon and black pudding. I could do it with as rolls, but I'm just going to do it straight. Yeah. And it's non-stick. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's, oh, that is totally different. I'm enjoying this. I think that's about ready. So, let's get plated up. I'll switch it off first. Handy. Oh, look at that. Oh. Just look at it. Bacon and black pudding. It needs an egg. And I've just got to sit here and eat it with my fingers. I would have preferred the thin brisket, but it's happened, so I'll have the thick bacon. Right, this wee trip was I wouldn't say it was a try on, it was a last minute. I needed to get out, but I was that busy. So I'm finding spots that I can get out to quick and get set up. I mean, it's a beautiful spot. I mean, I was sitting here last night and oh, it was absolutely beautiful. Black pudding. Yes, I do have a knife, fork and spoon set, a very good one, and I've got a spork in my pocket. Fingers will do here. Oh. So this beautiful wee spot has been a success. I had a lovely night. Okay, and it just shows you what you can do. I mean, see, this is next to a country road, what you would call a one-track road. Yeah, and just drawing off the side of the road and sit here. Okay, I know there's a bench over there, but I'll be honest, it's winter now, so it'll hardly get used, so I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I'll have a few more over the winter. I've got here, I've got another one, I've got another 2 places like that. And this will do for when I can't make it. But now, what have I got? I've got a torch, I've got to take it to review. I meant to do that in this trip, but yeah, everything was so quick. And Sunday I'm threatening to take a wee drive round, looking for alternative spots. Oh, this is rare. And I've still got my tea. yeah. Anyway, I've not fed Morag yet. I'm going to feed her when we get home, because this is only going to take 10 minutes to put everything away. Oh, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful... I'm glad I tried this one. Okay folks, dong! I'm going to get stuck into this. And Morag and me will see you on our next wander. See you later.